Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're going to be getting into the scary truth about how men view your face versus your body. So, we all know some people who are alive in the world, right? That they have the best body, but maybe their face isn't giving what it needs to give all the time in comparison to their body. And then people who have banging face, banging body. Then there are people who have a banging face, but not so banging body. We're going to see what men really think, okay? And the fact that it's labeled the scary truth, just know that I'm not going to hold back. Not that I ever do, okay? So we're going to get right into it, okay? So I feel like I already kind of separated the side. So this side, I guess we're going to go with how they view your body. We'll start off with that. Pull some cards for that. And then we have an oracle deck for this side, then the other side. Then towards the end, we're going to pull out the dice and, get what stands out the most. Okay. So for my group ones, please spirit for my group ones. How do men view their body? Body, yada, 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 yada. See, now that is my quarry. Like, should I keep them in reverse or just put them upright? I guess we'll wait for the oracle to decide. Let me get one more card. How do men view their face? Their body. Interesting. I have to put this back to ask for the wrong thing. I'm not using this deck for that. How do men view their body, please, spirit? If they come back out, they're meant to come out. They'll come back out. How do men view their body, please, spirit? How do men view their bodies? My group ones. Okay, I already know what your face is giving based on the cards that fell out, but and then in reverse, still interesting. I just heard. Damn it! I said I was gonna be scarily honest, but I don't like the word that came through. It's so mean. Damn it. Okay, let's get over oracle and see what comes through. How do men view their body, please, spirit? Jesus Christ. Can I get an oracle, please, spirit? Can I get an oracle card for how do men view their body? And then we have, I've never gotten this card before. We have joy, and then we have the skull of flowers, creating through ashes. See, this is kind of bringing to mind what I was thinking. So, that show on, I think it's an E with the doctors that do surgeries that were botched. That's where that was coming through. So, please don't get too offended, all right? Okay? Or just be realistic, right? So botched is the word that was coming through. So maybe some of you, like, your body's botched. I don't know, men are weird. So just keep that in mind as well. Men are rude when they're ready. So just, okay. That was coming through. But because it's a show about going on and fixing on previous plastic surgery mess ups or mistakes, maybe you're someone who had a mistake when you did some surgery, or maybe your body wasn't the best and then you went and did some surgery and now it looks way better. So, or you worked out a little bit and then you went and got surgery to remove the loose skin or whatever. Everybody out here doing BBLs, boob jobs, whatever you want to call them. That's kind of what I'm getting. So it's like, before maybe it wasn't the best looking body, but now in the after it is, because you got some work done or you put work into your body. Okay, that's what's coming through. Do not shoot the messenger, okay? Do not shoot the messenger. I do not use these readings as an excuse to just, rip people apart or say mean things, but I am going to be honest, and that word came through, so there we go. So we have justice. So it's kind of like giving imbalance. So maybe some of you have like a small top, itty bitty titty committee, and then you have like a bare bottom. That could be something that can come through when justice is in reverse, because justice upright is kind of giving proportionate. Right, it's giving maybe Coke bottle, if you will. If it's coming out in reverse, you know how people have what do they call it, the pear shape, and that's not unattractive. It's just on a little unbalanced because you have nothing on top, but a lot on the bottom, or a lot on top and nothing on the bottom. That's kind of coming through. So maybe some of you have like a smaller, frailer top and then a more thick bottom. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting with the justice in reverse. So we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, okay? And when I think of the Ace of Cups, I think of something like overflowing, right? So something in abundance, or someone having something in abundance, right? But the Ace of Cups come out in reverse. There's something here about the water falling out of the cup, but in a way where it's like the cup is empty or emptying. So maybe you're someone who is like smaller, like I said, like meager. Maybe you don't have much muscles. Maybe you're kind of like slim, you know. Maybe they'll call you dainty, if you will, something like that. Okay, so then we have death in reverse, and death is like going through a complete transformation, right? And I feel like when we think of death, we think of death in a bad light. So a bad transformation and then reversing that bad transformation, right? So something happened where your body completely changed and it's kind of visible. I don't know if there's scarring. I don't know if there's maybe there could be like stretch marks from when you were bigger and you got smaller, and when you were smaller and got bigger. I don't know. That's what's coming through for you guys. And then we have the Three of Ghosts. Three of Ghosts is something to celebrate upright. When it's in reverse, it's kind of like, you know, how can I describe it? Like nothing. See, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, and I hate being mean. Oh my gosh, like nothing to call home about, nothing spectacular about it, right? The body, just it's a body, right? There's nothing that's really standing out. It's kind of like those girls maybe who are like really, really skinny. They don't really have much boob, much butt, whatever. And that's what men are looking for, guys. That's why when it comes to what they think, your body's kind of like, you know, the models that really don't have much going on, but they're models, right? There's like nobody's saying something wrong with it, but it's like in their mind, it's kind of like, nothing to write home about, right? Nobody's saying this Coke bottle and this and that and, you know, voluptuous and da-da-da. It's like just giving a body, you know? It's like giving a mother who went and had kids and now the body's like, oh, but may have some stretch marks on it. She's wearing mom jeans. And for whatever reason, men hate mom jeans. So it's kind of like, you know, nothing to write home about. It's just a body, that kind of thing. Okay, that is coming through. Then we have the Tower, which is what really made the word botch come through. So I don't know what that has to do with anything, but that's the thing. The Tower is not a good card, guys. So I don't know what men are out here honestly think about your body. They're freaking rude is all I have to say. Okay. But then here we have joy. Okay, so this is kind of giving me you enjoy the things in life. So whether you could be someone who like eats a lot but doesn't gain a lot of weight, or someone who does eat a lot and does gain a lot of weight and is kind of giving you enjoy your body. That's it. You feel good and comfortable in your body, whether no matter what they think about it, right? So body positivity is coming through for y'all. Period. I love that for you. But rejoicing in the present. So you definitely look like someone who has a fun time. You enjoy your body. And there's something here about her looking like, you know, they probably can't even really see what you got going on. You're probably draped and stuff and they can't really get the shape of nothing because she is giving a human woman. But I can't really get anything really particular to say about her body. I just see her hands and they look kind of slim. We see her face is coming through and we haven't even gotten to the face card part of the reading. So I probably feel like your face is more like visible, obviously, because you can't really cover your face that much unless you're wearing a mask or glasses. But it's kind of giving your face is the star of the show. Your body is just kind of like, you know, it's a body, right? But the face is the thing that kind of brings them in or draws them in. That's kind of what I'm getting. Because in this card, as you can see, her face is the star of the show and her body's just kind of like, it's there, right? That's not the first thing I'm looking at. That's not what's drawing my attention at all, okay? So we have that coming through. And then we have the Skull of Flowers, creating through ashes. This is also kind of giving recreation or the phoenix rising from the ashes. So someone who may not have liked their body before and maybe made some changes or went to the gym, did some fixing, but there's some kind of change that your body has gone through. Or like I said, you may have had kids and now your body doesn't look the same as it did before. And men are kind of like, oh yeah, I can tell she had kids, or I can tell her body has gone through some things. You know what I mean? Even, you know, some of you could have like a prosthetic leg or something like that could be coming through. It's not going to be for everybody. Of course, if you have both your legs and both your hands, that's not for you, okay? But it's kind of giving your body has went through some intense transformation. The Tower can also mean that as well. Your body has gone through some trauma, okay? So you wear scars on your body. It could be burns. It could be, you know, lacerations. It could be surgeries. It could be anything. You know how people get, what is it called? There's this person that I used to know. I still know her, but I don't really see her as often as I did. And she would like wear like tank tops and you would be able to visibly see like the scar where she got her breast augmentation. And I'm like, it looks painful. Ugh. It looks so painful because she's like naturally lighter, or maybe not so naturally, because you know people be bleaching their skin. That could be something as well. You could like bleach your skin or alter it or tan it too much or tan it, you know, that kind of thing. But she's someone who would like, you know, bleach her skin, and then she had like a breast augmentation and the scar was like really dark and like gnarly, and I'm like, oh, that looks so painful. But of course I wouldn't say anything because I'm a polite person, but I can see it visibly. And that could be what men are kind of like saying, you know, where you may not have to tell them you got something, but they can see the scars, right? And then I'm also being taken to a specific scene in the movie Materialist, right? If you haven't seen the movie, skip forward a few seconds or a minute or two, so I'm going to spoil a little portion of the movie, okay? So basically in the movie Materialist with Dakota Johnson, Pedro Pascal and Chris Evans. Pedro's character is this billionaire. He's rich, and that he's one of the characters that Dakota's trying to decide between who she should be with. Pedro, the rich guy, or Chris, the poor guy, essentially, is what the movie's about, okay? And Pedro's character, everything is great about him. He provides, he compliments her, he bigs her up, like, he treats her, takes her on dates, but their relationship is very surface level. It's not deep. The emotions are not there. She doesn't love him, but she can appreciate him for what he provides for her, right? And he's, like, tall and handsome, da-da-da-da. And every time she's laying next to him in the bed in the movie, and like the sheets fall away and show his legs, she sees these scars on his legs. And she's like, you know, you can tell she's kind of wondering what they are, but because he's sleeping, she can't ask. And then when he's up, she won't ask, right? So they keep like coming back to that scene a few times in the movie until we finally get to the part of the movie where she, you know, leaves him and chooses Chris' character essentially. And she asks him about the scars. Or he's like, oh, you saw the scars, right? Just ask. And she asked, like, did you get a surgery? Because apparently there's a surgery where you can, like, cut into your legs and make yourself taller. You know what I mean? And I think she realized because I think her character was a matchmaker. So she's heard of a bunch of things men have done to seem more attractive, right? And there's a surgery you can do that kind of like cuts into your leg and like they add whatever to make you taller. And I think that's what he did. So now he's walking around as someone who's like tall and handsome when before he was kind of short. And every time the girl is laying in bed with him, she's like, I see those scars. What are they? And it's not until the end of the movie that we realize that they're like, you know, surgery scars because he went and got like taller because he has all the money in the world. You know, he's rich. So he's like, okay, the only thing that women weren't checking for me when I was short, so I had to get tall. And now women love me. I have money, I have the height, I have the looks, and now everything's perfect, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here, where she was looking at him and seeing the scars, but not knowing what they were until she asked about it. So that's kind of what I'm getting. There's a visible scar on you that men look at and say, ooh, that's painful, that hurts, it looks like it hurts. That's the kind of thing coming through. You know what I mean? Some of you, it could be very visible plastic surgery scars. Others of you, it could just be things you've gone through in life. Others of you, it could be like you have like a prosthetic leg, or maybe you have, you don't really have money for a prosthetic leg, so you walk around with the, you know, the leg with nothing on it, that kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm getting from this, your body, okay? So I hope that comes through, you know. So justice is kind of giving perfection. Everything's balanced. It coming out in reverse. There's some imperfections in your body that men notice, okay? That's like a nicer way to say it, right? Okay, but the word that came through, forgive me for saying it, it was very rude, okay? So you have 3 of Goals, like I said. It's kind of like nothing to celebrate. So maybe like something happened and they're kind of like, oh, damn, like, you know, now she has to walk around with that forever, or, you know, that kind of thing. So that's what's coming through for you guys when it comes to your body, okay? You've been through some stuff and come on the other side, whether it's pregnancy, whether it's surgery, whether it's whatever. Now, let's get into the side of the reading where we get into the face card. What is the scary truth about how men view their face card? Please spirit my group ones. How do men view their face? How do men view their face? Okay, that was fast. You have the Devil. Okay, so yeah, your face is where it's at. The Devil coming out for a face card when it comes to men is kind of like temptation personified. So you're definitely someone who can like get them to do anything with the face card that you have. It's deadly, dangerous. Okay, I just heard expensive. And it's funny because when I was like asking this deck here the wrong question about face, the 9 of Pentacles came out, and that's when I knew that your face card was giving expensive, right? Okay, so like I was saying with this lady in Joy, and then we have the Magician, exactly. So yeah, it's all in the face for you when it comes to men. They may not be so attracted to your body, or there's something on it that's kind of like that kind of turns them away a little bit, or doesn't really grab their attention, but the face is giving, okay? The face card is giving. It will never decline, child. It's kind of reminding me of how when Lizzo was like bigger, everybody would be like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, or she would be so much prettier if she was smaller. And then she lost the weight, and now everyone was like, oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. She was always gorgeous. Y'all was just not seeing it because y'all were looking at her and seeing chunky, big girl, plus size, fat, you know? Come on now, relax. And that's a question. That's too many cards. How do men view my group one's face card? Please, Spirit, how do they view their face card? What is their face card giving? It gets them thinking. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're sexy. Your face is where it's at, guys. Yeah, period. And then we have the Fool. Yeah, makes them a fool, makes them want to do anything. I'm hearing your eyes kind of like hypnotize and entrance them. Okay. So yeah, maybe your body, like, I don't know, because I'm not a man. I don't really know what men are looking for, but when some certain men look at you, like I said, the body's like, oh, yeah, it's cool, it's chill. But the face is like, oh yeah, I like that face. You know what I mean? The hair, the eyes is what's coming through for you guys. Some of you can have curly hair. Okay. So the Devil is, like I said, Capricorn energy. So it's like giving fierce. It's giving, you better work, beat. That kind of energy. So it's definitely giving like, not scary, but fierce is, I'm gonna leave it at that, right? Then we have a Magician card here. The Magician can do anything and be anything he wants to be. So I kind of feel like when it comes to how you look, the way you style your face, the way you style your hair, whether you wear makeup or not, there's just something here about your face, like it's like ever changing. It could be anything, the expressions. You could be very expressive. Your face could be very expressive. That's what I'm getting. Your face is very expressive, right? And they're kind of like, sometimes it's giving fierce, sometimes it's giving nice, sometimes it's giving supermodel, sometimes it's giving like baddie, sometimes it's giving cinnamon roll. Like it just really just depends, right? But it's definitely giving something that's always changing, mercurial, because the Magician is ruled by both Gemini and what is it called, Virgo, and those are the Mercury ruled signs, and they're always changing. They're very fast, right? So maybe expression, very expressive. Okay, and your body can be banging, but the thing that kind of draws men's attention when it comes to you is your face. Is basically what I'm trying to say here. The Queen of Wands is the sex symbol. She is definitely the one that gets a lot of attention. She's very popular, so your face is very popular with men, if that makes any sense to you. Okay, very beautiful. Maybe like very like delicate and pretty, because we have a dove coming through here in this card, and doves are known as being like very pure, innocent. But like I said, we also have the Devil card coming through, so it's giving a little bit of both. It's definitely giving like baddie, dangerous, like fall to my knees and I want to pray to you, goddess, like, beauty when it comes to the face, right? And then we have the Fool. Yeah, you make them a fool. They're willing to go anywhere and do anything. It's kind of like when they see your face, they've imprinted upon you, or it feels like you've imprinted upon them, right? And if we remember what imprinting means in the Twilight universe, is Jacob specifically says you would do anything and be anything for that person. It's no longer gravity holding you to the earth. It's that person and the connection you have with them. So it's kind of like they're stopped in their tracks, and they're kind of like, what? Like, who has a face card like that walking around? You know what I mean? So like I said, it is giving those models, because models really are like, their face is mostly what attracts people, because in modeling, they love women with like very slim bodies. They don't really have much going on in the boob department or the booty department. It's just like all lines, like really skinny, but the face card is always giving. That's the one thing that it takes to be a model. You're supposed to be tall, skinny, and have what is it called? The word is not coming through. But lethal, there it is. Have a lethal face card, right? So your body is not what matters. It's the face and what it gives and the expressions you model with. So some of you could be giving models, like I said, you maybe have gotten work done, or you're someone who like just, takes care of your body. You have fun. You're, like I said, you feel comfortable in your body. That's something they do realize. But like I said, men are looking for specific things when it comes to what they want in a girl's body, whether it's they want someone voluptuous or someone who's skinny. It's just kind of giving, maybe I don't know, because men are different. That's what's so confusing about these readings sometimes, because it's always like, it's not always going to be cut and dry or quite clear, because someone may want someone who's more voluptuous, and when they see you, they're kind of like, nah, not my type. But the face card is the face for everybody. Your face can attract and make anyone fall in love, but the body may differ or may vary, is what they say sometimes. Results may vary. So when it comes to your body, if someone likes bigger girls, they may like your body if you're bigger. If a man likes skinnier girls, they may like your body if you're skinnier. It really just depends what they like. But when it comes to your face card, your face is ready to eat for everyone. Because everyone loves it and it's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's sexy. It's attention drawing or attention grabbing, right? So let's get some cards from this deck here. I'm getting like very like goddess, like, so they may think, oh my gosh, this is someone who looks like a goddess. Okay, let me get some more cards. And then here we have the bat. And look what I was saying about the face being the only thing that's visible in this card. Look, all we can see is the bat's face. The body is covered. So yeah, you're definitely someone, what I'm getting is definitely, the only example I can always give is, or are the people who walk around with the hijabs on. And their body is mostly covered, and their face is the only thing you can see, which is why the women of that culture love to beat their face down. They got that makeup on point. They got their eyelashes to the sky, to the heavens. When you see their face, you're going to be taken aback. But you can't really see what their body is giving because it's covered. Okay? So some of you, your body's covered and they can't see, like this woman in this card here. In the Joy card, right? Her body's draped in something and you can't see what she looks like physically. But that's kind of what I'm getting again with the bat, because we're seeing face, but the body is covered. That's what I'm kind of getting, okay? Let's get one more card for how they feel about my group ones. Body, please. There's something here about you having a long, elegant neck. Some of you could have like really long hair as well. Your hands are also giving very dainty. Your hands are coming through as something that they are drawn to. Some of you are given like fairy or elven features. Like I said, with the dove, very pure, delicate, innocent. Maybe some of you have like very pale skin. Others of you have really curly hair. Some of you are quite short, because we have Sam G coming through here with the Fool. And he had the curly cutie hair. He was very short, very loyal, very cutesy. This girl hair is giving like very elven, very, you know, regal. Long, tall, I meant to say. So some of you could be like really tall, and you just have those, like I said, model-esque features on you or characteristics. And then here we have, look, we have the nudist, then we have the chunky chunkamont coming through. Yeah, because so some of you are giving more chunky, some of you are giving skinny. But like I said, your body isn't what grabs people's attention, it's the face, okay? And then here we have the Sawillow. And as we can see, there's someone here like very pointy, very regal, very defined, or very prominent features on their face. So your nose could be prominent, your lips could be prominent, your eyes are definitely prominent, right? The colors you wear on your body is definitely prominent as well. You could definitely be someone who dresses to impress, okay? When it comes to your body and what you wear. But your face is definitely given like very colorful, very expressive, very vibrant. It's definitely what's coming through and keeps coming through for you guys, okay? Some of you could have like chunkier faces because we have this, it's a Wolverine coming through. I know it's something. I think it's a Wolverine. I thought it was a, maybe I was wrong. Hold on, let me look again. It's a honey badger. I thought it was a Wolverine last time. It's a honey badger. And look how honey is sweet. So some of you have like sweet, innocent faces. Others of you have very lethal, like very angular, very beautiful, fierce faces. So it really just depends. And like I said, you're expressive, so you can do both, right? You can cut somebody to the quick of the look, you know, and then 2 seconds later you look innocent and sweet and approachable, you know? So yeah, the face card is what's coming through for y'all. Let me get the dice and roll them and see what comes through, what stands out the most. We're going to start with, or just do the zodiac signs. So we have Cancer, the chest, the boobs, and Cancer does always gives me the moon, and the moon is kind of like a face, very round. So you got like a very round face or very round eyes, maybe a very round body as well. If the side of this the body resonates for you, maybe being someone who's more plus size and that's not, you know, conventionally attractive. So the men that are attracted to it will, of course, see you as beautiful, right? And then those who aren't are going to be like, oh, or if men like someone who's more chunky and you're skinny, they're going to be like, oh. So it just depends. Your body's going to be up and down with the face card. Like I said, it's universal. It's coming through for what they love, no matter what they like when it comes to body shape, okay? Here we have Leo, and Leo was the hair, and that was coming through here with Sam G. However you pronounce that man's name, child. Okay, yeah, we have Cancer, we have Leo. So the chest is something that's very prominent, and that's what grabs attention. And literally, that is the only thing that I can see in this card here. I can tell she has a nice boob. boobs, I should say. A nice boob. Girl, bye. Blocked. I can tell she has nice boobs, a nice chest here, but everything else is kind of gone. That's the only thing that's prominent in this dress she's wearing, right? So boobs are coming through. And even here in this skull of flowers, these oracle cards can be taken just in general, colorful. Face card is colorful. You could wear lots of colors on your face, especially when it comes to eyeliner, lipstick, stuff like that, mascara, eyeshadow, right? It's very colorful, very prominent. Cheekbones are coming through. Teeth, I don't know, because this skull is kind of missing some teeth. But I was gonna say flower child for some of you, so that could be coming through as well when it comes to the looks or the outfit. And like I said, not every aesthetic or look is gonna be for everyone. So you would come through with someone who's a little too innocent, someone who's a little too fierce, someone who's a little too unapproachable, that kind of thing, a little too out of their league, right? But if you were to take these cards over here, the death upright, when it comes to your body, it's giving like death, it's giving Scorpio, so very sexy. If you have the Ace of Cups upright, it's definitely someone who has a lot. You're filling their cup. There's attraction there, right? There's interest. If you were to have the Justice upright, someone who's like a very balanced features. If you have the Tower, it's definitely giving deadly. It's definitely giving like that body is like, you know, that's why I'm taking it both ways. Because some men will look at your body and be like, nah, not for me. Some of them will be like, yeah, humana, right? So for now, if we're doing it in reverse or putting them upright, the Tower is definitely someone who's like packing a punch, packing some heat, right? It's definitely giving a loaded gun. And the Three of Cups is something to celebrate, something to be joyous about, right? So it just depends how you want to take it. Some men see it as a great thing. Some men see it as not a great thing. But like I said, when it comes to the face card is always giving, period, boom. Okay, so let us see what else comes through with these dice. We have the second house, which is Taurus. The throat was coming through. Your voice could be coming through as well. It's something that is very prominent. Okay. That coming through. I guess we can leave that there. And then we have fifth house, which is Leo again. So hair. And Leos are known for being very attractive. Leo risings are some of the most attractive people out there. Okay. So like I said, the face card doesn't decline. And the body just depends. Results may vary. Here we have, is this? Sorry, I got distracted. What is this? Is that Uranus? I think that's Uranus. It's ever changing. Like I said, unpredictable, something that kind of someone wasn't expecting, right? So if you see someone, they're so beautiful, you weren't expecting that, you're kind of be like taken aback in a little bit. Okay, then we have Venus, so very attractive, very beautiful. And that's that Venusian goddess-like energy that was coming through for you guys, okay? So some of you, I am getting a little bit voluptuous since the Lizzo example was coming through. Then we have the honey badger coming through here, right? So some of you could be more voluptuous. And for some people, that is like, sexy as F. Other people, they're kind of like, you know, I prefer someone who's skinnier. For those of you who may be skinny, people are like, you know, I prefer somebody with more meat on their bones. And then, you know what I mean? You know, that's what I feel like is coming through, guys, okay? That's kind of what I feel like is coming through. It just really just depends. I'm getting glasses for some of you. Some of you could wear glasses. And that's also very attractive. It's giving the innocent librarian vibe, right? But your eyes are definitely coming through. Your hair is coming through. Your throat, your voice is definitely coming through. So that's coming through. Some of you have a really long, straight hair, thick hair. Others of you have really curly hair, voluptuous hair. That is coming through as well. But just like I said, results may vary when it comes to the body. Just know that some men are going to love it. Some men are not going to. That's why when it comes to that, I try to be very careful, because I'm not going to sit here and try to, you know, mess up your self-esteem because of what one or few men think. F them. Period. But anywho, I'm going to end your reading right here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always do so using my email in the description box below. Hype the video, do all that good stuff, please, as well, if you can. Share it if you feel called to. But yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. Okay, we're going to get right into the topic of today's reading. And that topic is going to be the scary truth about how men view your face versus your body, okay? So we all know there's a difference. Some people have a banging face card and some people don't. Some people, their body is the star of the show. Some others, it's not. So we're going to get this scary truth. So just best believe I'm going to be as blunt as I can because I don't like being mean. There's a difference between being blunt and mean. So I do want to say what spirit, you know, it comes through the reading, but I don't want to, you know, have you leaving here feeling some type of way about yourself. That's not the case. I don't want it to be the case, okay? Who cares what men think? First and foremost, F them. That's what we're going to start off with, right? Men have different tastes, different appetites for different things. So just be careful, okay, when it comes to this reading, especially the body, because, you know, bodies come in all shapes and sizes. They've been through things, traumas, childbirth, all that kind of stuff. Who gives a F, okay? What these men think. But just if you're curious, just know it's going to be the scary truth. So you might not hear what you want to hear coming to this reading. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Just putting it out there. Okay, let's get straight into it, okay? So we're going to start off with the face card, okay? What are my group 2's faces giving, please, Spirit? All my hands looking ashy. I don't like that. Maybe your face could be ashy. I don't know. That's crazy for that to be the first thing coming through. Excuse me. I just washed my hands before the reading. I was in the bathroom. We have the 9 of Goals. And that's another thing. I'm not sure how to take the cards in reverse or upright. Ugh. I guess we'll see what comes through. Okay, we have the Sun upright. So the 9 of Goals will stay upright. Group 2, please, Spirit. Group 2. Their face card. What is it giving? 10 of Swords. Ugh, lethal. Stop. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. The King of Swords. We have the 9 of Pumpkins. And then over here we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so some of you have like very sharp angles in your face. That's what the swords always give me. Let me see if there's still this lotion over here, because I just can't with ashy hands, guys. That could be something coming through for real. Because it wasn't bothering me until group group 2. So maybe you guys are very critical of others' appearance, because I don't need nobody saying that my hands is ashy in the comments, child. I'm aware. Okay, so maybe you're someone who is lotioned or you need to always be moisturized, because I felt the need to moisturize during this reading, okay? So your face is always moisturized. You're giving the people who parents used to slather your face in Vaseline or A&D or lotion at the start of every day, and you would just be triggered, traumatized. Like I want to say both at the same time. Triggered and traumatized, child, because they would just sit there and rub your face full of oil and all this kind of stuff, and you walking around shining. Okay, so you could have like very glowy skin that could be coming through for my group 2s. Okay. But every part of you is always moisturized. That's why I felt called to, I was, you know, very aware of my ashy hands in this reading, because you're someone who stays moisturized, and that could be coming through in the sun, because the sun represents light, okay, represents life. So your face looks very lively, very plump, very healthy, okay, very vital. Okay, so we have the 9 of let me move them over. You can't even see them, child. I apologize. Okay, so we have the 9 of and it's clear how the 9 of Pentacles, how cute. We have the 9 of Cups coming through, and we all know the 9 of Cups is the wish fulfillment, happy. Look at all the people standing behind this person. This is you, and we have all these people standing behind them, like smiling. So when it comes to your face card, everyone is satisfied with what they see. No one leaves displeased about what they see, right? All these ghosts behind here are happy, right? So when it comes to your face card, it's giving what it needs to give, okay? Some of you always look really happy. That could be something coming through as well. Your face always looks like very happy, lively, maybe a little chunky for some of you who may have chunkier faces, giving like baby face, okay? Then we have the sun, and it's usually depicted by a baby riding on the back of a horse, free and naked and nude. So that is kind of giving me someone who doesn't really wear makeup. Their skin, like, it looks really great without makeup, so they don't feel the need to wear it. Not saying they don't ever wear it. You could wear it sometimes, but most of the time your face is free of makeup, because that's how they're viewing you or seeing you, okay? And it's giving giving fresh, sorry. Also hearing dewy, right? If I didn't say that already. But here we have these two monsters cuddled up there. Look at how chunky he is. This is funny. Look at how chunky his body is. Because there's two faces on one body, so they share a body, right? Maybe some of you have like a double chin. That's really cute. Because the way they're smiling in satisfaction, I don't think anybody's seeing it's a bad thing, right? It's kind of giving how people look at a baby and say, "Oh, look how cute the baby is." That's kind of how they're looking at your face, right? It's very plump, very, lively, full of life, That's how babies' cheeks are. You just want to squeeze them. But like I said, no one ever looks at you and thinks, "Oh, yuck," right? They're looking at you and saying, "Oh, look at that. Oh, they look so youthful, full of life," right? That's what's coming through. Satisfied. You look very happy all the time because they're chewing on this bone here. Like, yeah, we just had a nice meal. We're nice and full, right? So your face is very full for most of you that's watching this reading. The sun is also quite round and big in the sky. So it's the biggest star. So your face is the star of the show, right? That's what is attracting the attention so far. We haven't gotten to body yet, right? Then we have 10 of Swords here. The 10 of Swords is definitely giving someone who's like, maybe you can look mean sometimes, right? Because the 10 of Swords can come through as someone who's kind of like backstabby, right? Or down and out, tired. Maybe some of you look tired sometimes. I don't know. Maybe some of you have like, I'm getting, instead of tired, maybe you guys look, what's the eyes called? Almond eyes or siren eyes, that kind of thing. Because once you turn those siren eyes on, those bedroom eyes is what I'm hearing, it's over. Like, it's like, oh, what am I supposed to do? That kind of thing. Yeah. And she's also just like chilling and floating in a river or sea or whatever of water. So she's just chill. She's calm. She's not worried. Usually the 10 of Swords is someone who's been stabbed in the back 10 times and they're bleeding out on the floor. Very graphic, I know. But for her, she's chill, right? She's floating in the water. She's on her back. Her hair is like, maybe you have like a really nice head of hair, very thick, very curly, wavy, that kind of thing. Some of you could have like very pale skin is what is coming through. Others of you have quite tan and brown skin. So just take what resonates for you guys. I'm seeing two differences here. Either very pale or very like, brown. Okay. I mean, of course, some of y'all watching, everybody here ain't gonna be black, everybody here ain't gonna be white, everybody here ain't gonna be brown, everybody gonna be different. So that's coming through. Now we have the 9 of Pumpkins. The 9 of Pumpkins always gives me satisfaction coming through twice with the sun and the 9 of Pentacles. So you look like someone who's always satisfied. Your face may not ever be set up and mean and leave me alone and that kind of thing. It's always giving, you have a nice smile, or you look very approachable. Even if your face is giving RBF, you look very approachable. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here from the 9 of Pentacles. It's also giving someone of substance, someone who is classy, that kind of thing. You know how people like describe beauty in different ways. So everybody here can be beautiful, but we're beautiful in different ways. Some people give like goddess, some people give innocent and cute, some people give rich, some people give classic, timeless beauty. You're kind of giving that timeless beauty with a dash of what do you call it? Is it ingenue, something like that? It's a kibby body type where your face is like still innocent, like you're kind of in it, like because what is ingenue, whatever the heck the word, how you say it, is giving kind of like, I looked it up one time and it's like someone who's inexperienced, like someone who's fresh faced, a child almost. So that's kind of what your face is giving, okay? But it's also giving classy and timeless, right? So like an Elizabeth Taylor, an Audrey Hepburn, a Grace Kelly kind of thing. They were all seen as like, they were beautiful instead of sexy. They were beautiful, They were stunning, gorgeous, that kind of thing, right? There's different things. There's people who are pretty, there's people who are gorgeous, there's people who are like stunning, whatever. You guys are giving that kind of beauty where it's like, oh wow, like a very classic beauty. You stop and you're like, oh, I like what I see, right? But it's not like, oh, we're drooling over them. It's just like, wow, you're very beautiful, timeless, classy. Wherever you go in the world, people would consider you very beautiful, And beautiful keeps coming through, not pretty, beautiful. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Yeah, or they, that's coming through. And then we have the King. See, this is what I'm getting by classic and regal, because these two are the swords, and swords are giving sharp lines. It's giving like sharp eyes. It always gives me like, a queen, you can't sit with us, you can't talk to us, we have class and you don't. It's giving British accent, it's giving upper class, right? You're giving a little stush, if you will. That's kind of what your looks are giving. And it doesn't mean you have to look that way. It's just giving you could look like you come from money or you have money. And just the way you dress up your face or the way your face looks is kind of like you could have been royalty in a past life. And not everyone can say that when they look at someone, right? Whew, and I do believe Grace Kelly was actually royalty. Yeah, she was engaged to a prince, so that's coming through. But what else was I going to say? I forgot. Yeah, I heard it's her name Annie from The Parent Trap. Is it because I have class and you don't, or I have this and you don't? And even though her and Hallie in the movie The Parent Trap were twins, Annie came with the more classy look. She had the long hair, she had the, you know, Chanel, you know, two-piece, whatever. And then Hallie was definitely giving more California girl. So they were twins, but they were giving two different kinds of beauty when they first met, you know? She grew up uppity, stush, nose in the air, grew up in England, grew up rich in that kind of high-class society. And then Hallie, even though her father was rich, grew up very chill, California girl vibe. So if you see what I'm getting, you guys are giving Annie from, or not even Annie, the mother, Elizabeth, because she got that personality from her mother, right? So you're giving you're giving the mother from Parent Trap, I should just say, child, okay? That's what's coming through. That's what your looks are giving. Timeless. I just keep hearing timeless. Kind of like a diamond. And though don't diamonds shine like the sun? Yeah. So men just think of you and think of, oh, that's the marrying, settling down type. She's not going to put up with my BS. She's worth too much. High maintenance, high value kind of face card is what you're giving, right? Like I said, people who are like rich or whatever, not putting on globs of makeup. Their makeup was looking like they have nothing on their face. That fresh face look. If you do wear makeup all the time, every day, it's giving, where is it? I don't see it. You know what I mean? Period. And then we have the card here. I mean, the King and Queen of Swords kind of give the same vibe. So there's no need for me to go over both. That's what those two things are giving. They're the two kings and queens that kind of can't be touched. They have an air of superiority to them. Like they'd cut you down with when they speak. Okay, and then here we have the Ace of Swords, which is kind of that thing. I'm getting very clear skin for most of you. Okay, some of you may not have clear skin, but if it's not, it's giving glass, see-through, very transparent. Maybe you have like a very open, honest expression sometimes. Other times it's very giving cold and cutting. It just really just depends. Like I said, overall your face is giving youthful. So they look at you and think of, oh, I can trust this person. Oh, they're very beautiful, da da da. But then sometimes it's giving like fear, so stay away from me. Their eyes are lasers, that kind of thing. Okay, let's get to the Oracle card for that. We're talking too much, or I'm talking too much. Please, Spirit, for my group ones, how do men view their face card, honestly? We have the Vampire, emotional intelligence. Yeah, that's also what the swords give. Someone who's very smart, right? You have like very perceptive eyes. You can see through people as soon as they walk up to you, that kind of thing. You've been around a long time. And that's what that classic timeless beauty is coming through us. But you're also giving cutesy as well. So take what resonates for you guys. Some of you could be just pure cutesy. Some of you could be pure timeless. Others of you could be a blend of both, right? And then we have, I've never gotten this card. Wow. Eternal love. Love is love, and it transcends physical death. And I love how I was talking about Parent Trap and the opening of that movie. They are playing Love by Nat King Cole. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. And these lyrics pertain to you, so listen to them, right? V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. And love is all that I can give to you. Your face is the kind of face that makes men fight battles and go to war and want to love you and fall in love at first sight kind of thing. That's what's coming through for y'all here, okay? They look at you and see love, right? It's giving that Shania Twain song, You're Still the One I Want. When I first saw you, I saw love. And when you touched me, I felt love, right? And even now, you're still the one I want. Yeah, come on now. Looks like we made it. Let me stop. Don't get me started, okay? I'm on a time limit, guys. Okay, Vampire emotional intelligence. You look very intelligent. You look like someone, a queen who is on her throne judging everyone else. That's kind of what I'm getting. You're giving me a Queen Charlotte type. How she looked very cutesy in the, Queen Charlotte series, but then she grew up to be not so cutesy and very like judgy. Like, I don't know how to say it, guys. That's what I'm getting. Like, someone who will judge you harshly and like cut you to the quick. That's kind of what the Ten of Swords is giving me here, okay? But yeah, the way she's sitting on her throne, drinking her wine, very classy, very uppity, mind your business, leave me alone, that kind of thing. Okay, now let's move on to the body. Okay, we went over the rest of that. Now let's move on to the body. Okay, we're going to be using the, whatchamacallit, Lord of the Rings tarot for what your body's giving, okay? So for my group twos, please spirit, what is their body giving? Okay, what do men honestly, the scary truth, what do men honestly think about my group two's body? Okay, let this be clear. And then at the end, I forgot to say, we're going to pull some dice for what stands out the most about you. So what features, body parts, whatever you want to call it. Here we have the Devil in reverse. Wow. See, you look like, see, and then we have the Queen of Wands. Wow, this is the same cards that came out on this side for group two, but I did group two body first and face after. So this is body. Group two's body. How do men honestly view their body? Like sin. Sin personifies something they want to eat up. Okay? See, I don't want to take reversals though. For some of you, I don't know. I don't want to say your body's repulsive because that's rude. But I'm like, that's when the cards come out in reverse, I get confused. I'm like, am I supposed to take it in reverse? And then here we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, the body that keeps on giving. Some of you could have curves for days, right? And men just want to do everything they could ever think of doing to a body when they look at your body, okay? I'm getting a bunda. See, you see how English terms keep coming through? Some of you could be from England. You have a bunda. That's what the guys over there say when you have a big butt. You got a bunda. Anything else for body, please? Okay, I'll take this last card here. And then we have the Emperor. Yeah, you're in charge. You're large and in charge, okay? So I was right to put the cards upright. Because I'm like, in reverse is not doing anything. I can see how already the comments, oh, you see how she turned them upright and then changed the meaning of them and da-da-da-da. Oh, the first one was more accurate. Like, shut your ass up. And then we have the Ace of Cups, yeah. Your body's the stuff of dreams, the stuff of legends. It's a body that keeps on giving. You have a voluptuous chest, voluptuous butt, thick thighs. Is kind of what I'm getting as well. The Queen of Wands is temptation. The Devil is temptation. The Seven of Cups is also temptation because you're given so many options. You don't know where to look or where to touch first. So it's just giving curves for days, right? Is what I'm getting here for you guys, right? Specifically, especially for those of you who may have like a chunkier face. It may come because the rest of your body is like very voluptuous and chunky as well, okay? And then here we have the Emperor. You're giving, like, your body gives, how can I describe it? I don't want to say dominant. That's a weird way to describe a body. But, like, well-fed. You're in control of it. Like, very strong and virile. Those of you who may not be voluptuous and thick, others of you are giving, like, you be in the gym. You know what I mean? You have abs. You have muscles, right? Sinew and all that good stuff. Like, when you move, you can see the tendons and the muscles rippling. Oh, let me stop. I'm so sorry. Some of you can be quite athletic as well. There are people who are athletic who just have like a lot of muscle, right? And they're still thick, even though they're athletic. Like their thighs are tree trunks. Their arms are thick. You know what I mean? And then there's people who are just thick, but it's soft thick. All y'all are giving banging, okay? I do want to hurry up and get these cards here. Some of you, it's hard. I don't know. Some of you could wear like drapes over your clothes. That was kind of coming through group one. Some of you could be from group one, honestly. Okay. Maybe group one wasn't resonating for you, so you came here. What's up? How are you doing? How do you do? But this cloak is giving me you can't really see someone's body. All you're seeing are their hands, right? But then the other cards are kind of giving things about you that's coming through. Maybe you have like a very delicate balance of very masculine and delicate feminine features on your body, So when we think of feminine, we think of curvy, we think of vivacious, voluptuous, we think of boobs and butt and thighs and stuff like that, chunking. stuff that you could just, you know, burrow into, right? And then when we think of masculine, we think of strong, we think of fierce, we think of sinew, we think of bold and muscular kind of energy, we think of cut and stuff like that. So it just depends. Maybe you have like a good mix of those two things together. Some of you are only going to be one of those things and not the other. But the Emperor card coming through here, he's definitely someone who's very fit, takes care of his body, he's very in control of his body. And that's kind of what I'm getting with the Emperor here. You take care of yourself, okay? And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is, like I said, the stuff of dreams, the stuff of legends. Look at how this person, this tree, is holding the cup to his face. Like he just wants to just devour it. Yeah, that's what's coming through, okay? So fantasy land is what men think of. They're fantasizing about you because we have the Seven of Cups, and that is Seven of Cups energy, fantasizing about somebody's body, okay? Some of you have very long hair, very long hair. That's coming through once again. And he also has very long hair, very dark hair. It's also coming through as well. Okay, please Spirit, for my group twos. What is their body giving? Give us the cards. Some of you can have like bony fingers, very long fingers. I can't take myself seriously sometimes. Okay, so I was watching a video this morning on my way to work, right? And it was an Anwar White video, right? And he was talking about how there are 3 indicators that a man is like interested, or he was trying to teach he was trying to teach women how to date in the wild off of dating apps, right? And he was like, if you want to know if a guy is interested in you, look to see if his feet are pointing towards you. That's your first indication he's interested in you, right? Then the second indication, look if you want to know if he's packing heat, you know, in the downstairs apartment, look at his hands, right? And if the length of his thumb to this right here is, or maybe like this, maybe that's what it is. The length from his thumb to like his here, or it's from here to here. Either way, it tells you how big his junk is, guys. For my women, he's putting us on game, right? And then it was also saying if you look at his hands and this finger is taller than the ring finger, that he is gay. That if the ring finger is taller than the pointer finger, index finger, that means he's straight. So he's putting women on game out here. So he's saying if the feet is pointing towards you, so something about feet could be coming through, and then the hands, the thumb, the finger. Oh, let me not even forget. He said if the thumb is curved, oh, it's a monster down there. Okay, a mandingo, right? So just keep those little things in mind, right? I don't know why I'm giving an Anwar White lesson, but that was kind of coming through, right? The hands is very like, especially if you're a guy and have masculine hands, the hands, the veins on the arm, that's kind of coming through, okay? Can I get one more? Very capable hands, okay? Whether you're feminine or masculine, very capable hands. Your hands can do things, and they're wondering what they could do, especially if they see it and it looks really soft and delicate, if you're a female, of course. Or even if you're a man and you like men and you want to have delicate female hands, whatever. So some of you are giving hands are very soft. Others of you, your hands are very manly, you know? Nothing's coming out, fine. We'll just take the one that fell out. Here we have Jera, and that's the honeybee. So something very delicate. You work hard. You give that kind of vibe. Like you work hard on your body, your physical form. You know what I mean? You be putting in the work. You be exercising. That's kind of what I'm getting. So your hands to the veins, to the muscles, to the shoulders could be very broad, that kind of thing. For my men watching, for my women, the same thing. You can have like very strong hands, very capable hands. All the muscles move whenever you move, so people can physically see you put a lot of pride and work into your body, okay? And here we have Tiwaz, the eagle. Eagle, look at the wingspan on these eagles here. Yeah, some of you have like very long limbs. Some of you can be quite tall. I am getting a tall energy because here we have the tree, and the tree is trees are known for being quite tall. So that's coming through as well. But the eagle here, the way the eagle is like a predator kind of thing. Your body gives those kind of vibes. Like you're the predator, and the men like want to, you know, bow down if you're like I said, the voluptuous or very feminine. You know, you have like a very beautiful body, right? Either way, they want to like bow down and kind of like swoop you up and snatch you up like this eagle wants to do to the sword, child. Okay, they want to snatch you up, chat you up, take you home with them. That's what your body's giving. So very attractive either way. Then we have this busy bee, which means they can tell you put a lot of effort into your body. Okay. Others of you, maybe your lips are coming through, you just talk a lot, right? Or they just keep looking at your lips and want to keep talk to you. They want to keep talking to you. That makes more sense. Okay, let's get these cards out and see, or these dice out and see what stands out the most. What body parts? We have Aquarius. Aquarius rules the skin, I believe. It also rules, what else the Aquarius rules? The lymph nodes. I'm trying to remember because the Aquarius is what I always get stuck on. I remember one time I looked up what body part Aquarius rules, and they say it rules the glowy skin. If you have like very glowy, milky skin, that's what that rules. So that was also coming through in the face card. So your face card, the glowy skin is coming through. Also Aquarius, I always think of, like they said, lymph nodes. And I'm like, what the heck are lymph nodes? And lymph nodes are, I think, like the things that cause like swelling. Like, you know, when people say drain your lymphatic whatever, you know, so maybe some of you have like a lot of liquid filled lymph nodes. And it gives like a very maybe chunkier, you know, youthful, glowy, plump appearance, right? That's either your skin or whatever that's coming through there. And then here we have Taurus. Taurus is the voice and Taurus is the throat. So you have like a very nice throat, right? Taurus is also can talk about the mouth. So you have like a nice mouth, right? Okay, let's see what else comes through. What stands out the most to these men out here? We have 4th house, which is Cancer. That's the chest. Okay, Cancer rules over the boobs, right? And then what is this? 12th house. 12th house is Pisces. What do Pisces rule? Feet. Feet was coming through for you guys, I feel like. So Pisces rule over the feet. So your feet are prominent. So if you could have small, dainty feet, bigger feet, who knows? But that's something that stands out. Also look up these signs yourself to see what comes through. Venus. Venus is Taurus and Libra. Libra, what do Libras rule? The back. I remember that. Libras rule the back, and that's what I was talking about, a very big back or wingspan, or chest could be coming through as well for men, like your chest, not the boobs if you don't have boobs, right? Your chest is very prominent, but Venus is definitely saying something here about you being very pretty, okay? Very like physically appealing in body and face, okay? And then here we have Saturn, and Saturn rules Capricorn, and Capricorn is the bones. And I also believe Aquarius can be the bones sometimes. It just depends, right? So great bone structure could be coming through. But also what I was talking about, like you work out, so you're very broad. Wow, how rude. The dice just flipped over and to Mercury, or fell and flipped to Mercury. And Mercury is expression, so you're very expressive, okay? In the way the clothes you wear and your facial expressions as well. Virgo is also the tummy, so the lower tummy area, okay? And Gemini is the hands, I believe. So your hands are coming through, your feet are coming through, the lower tummy area is coming through, your back is coming through. Maybe your abs, you know, lower tummy can be abs. For my women, if you don't have abs, it could be like, you know, a very flabby, not flabby, that's the wrong word. Chunky. No, fupa. Believe it at fupa. Believe it at that. Yeah, fupa. You could have a fupa, and that's very attractive as well. Because I've been seeing on social media, men love the fupa, child. I'm like, Y'all be just saying stuff to say stuff, huh? Because in real life, I ain't never... Anywho, let me stop, because I do meet people who like fupas, but still. Majority of these men out here be having a problem, right? Okay. I'm also seeing your lips, very plump, is coming through as well. Your nose, your ears is as well. So a lot of things about you, people, like I said, there's a lot of options to choose from when it comes to what is very attractive about you and what men think, okay, about your body and your face. But yeah, Mercury. But before it was Capricorn, and Capricorn is bone structure. It's also like high cheekbones and stuff like that. So that could be something that's coming through for you guys, okay? But I'm going to leave your reading right here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading, you could always do so using my email in the description box below. Make sure to hype the video. Make sure to share the video. All that good stuff, okay? But yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 3 or however you made your way here, thank you for joining me here. Either way, today's reading is going to be the scary truth. And when I mean scary truth about how men truly view your face versus your body. I wanted to do one more spooky reading, but I'm filming this on November 2nd because I didn't have enough time to film all 3 groups on the day when I was at work. So the one at work was at October 30 something, 29th, whatever, and yours is coming after the fact. So maybe there's something different about you, but I'm also on my, setup, right? Everyone else got like the regular view of me at work. You guys are getting the overhead view. So there could be something special about you guys. I'm different, whatever you want to call it. So in today's reading, we're going to be getting into the face versus the body, right? I'm using a deck for the face, a deck for the body, and then I'm going to use my trusty dusty dice, as you can see over here, for what stands out the most to these men when it comes to you, okay? So like I said, if you are someone who's quite sensitive or you get offended quite easily, don't watch the reading, okay? Or if you want to comment something mean towards me because of what I said, if you don't know by now that I'm telling the truth, then I don't know what to tell y'all, child. It's a scary truth. It's not all going to be good. It may all be good. Who knows? But anyway, if you chose the reading, stick around. We're going to get into it right now. So we're starting off with Fate. I'm trying to figure out which deck I want to use. I'm going to be using the Halloween Tarot a lot for the last time of the season. Maybe not. Who knows? And then I'm using the Lord of the Rings Tarot as well. I'm trying to figure out which one I'm using for which, right? Okay, so I guess we'll do Lord of the Rings for the face. What is the face giving? Okay. For my group 3, please, Spirit. And it just got really noisy. I was doing readings before this, but for TikTok, not here. And it was so quiet, then all of a sudden it started getting really noisy. So maybe your noise like gets a lot of chatter going. Your face, I meant to say, if I didn't say that. Okay, weird. Okay, so your face gets a lot of chatter going. People talk about it a lot, right? Or they have like a lot of opinions, whatever. So we have the Tower. Okay, how rude. That is so rude. Okay, what else is coming through? This is why I don't like doing these readings no more, because they get a little too crazy for me. We have the 5 of Rings in reverse. Jesus Christ. Like, do y'all hear that noise? Some kids upstairs too damn big for that. They know they're too big for that. We have the Knight of Swords. That is crazy. Those is whole grown-ups running up and down like that. Okay. Some of you, your face could look kind of intimidating, a little bit mean, because the Knight of Swords, the way this person, I'm assuming it's Aragorn, is on his horse, and he's looking at someone with his sword over. It's like he's gonna, beat them up, kind of thing. That could be something coming through. The Tower is a very scary card when it comes out, because I'm trying to figure out how to interpret it for, your face, right? So your face could be very alarming. You see how everybody acting up? That's crazy. So your face could be something that's very like, maybe destabilizing, whatever that may mean. It's kind of like it catches people off guard. It could be in a not so great way because we have the Tower card coming here. Like I said, the Tower card is not the best card. That's how I was like, for face, the 5 of Rings is the 5 of Pentacles. And maybe you could look like someone who's lonely, right? Men think you look lonely or mean or grouchy. It's a word that just came through. Grouchy is crazy. Okay. Or angry could be a thing. The Tower card can sometimes come through like that, angry. Here we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's an energy of them not knowing really how to feel because these cards are interesting. Okay, so Knight of Swords, we have the Tower card. Okay. So very intimidating because the Tower card can be intimidating, right? They may not have the most positive review of your face because the Tower card is also a quite negative card. It means everything is falling apart. So that could have something to do with your face. Maybe you're always crying. I mean, that wouldn't make any sense, because of course you're not someone who's always going to be crying, but like I said, you always look sad, you always look mad, you always look mean, that kind of thing. They're kind of like, what's wrong with her, or what's wrong with him, what's wrong with them, like what's so bad about life that their face is always scrunched up and upset, right? Then we have the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is an energy of being alone by yourself, separated from everybody else, down on your luck, right? Maybe some of you could have like beauty marks on your face, is kind of what I'm getting. Or what do they call them, skin tags, right? Or maybe you have like a lot of like acne and stuff on your face. That could be the Tower card as well. Like something's always wrong. Not wrong. Oh, see, I'm trying to be so careful here. Something is always on your face, whether it's a beauty mark or scars or pimples, something like that is what's coming through for me. So maybe you have like a rough skin texture, something like that could be coming through as well. I'm also getting wrinkles for some of you. Frown lines as well. So when men are looking at your face, you're kind of like, why does she always look mean or something? Or maybe, you know how, I don't know. Because when men look at their face, it just depends what the man is looking for. If he's looking for something that's young, of course, your face is going to be like, you know, the opposite. If you're not someone who's young and you have wrinkles and you have like, you know, imperfections, right? That's the best way. Imperfections, impurities, right? Some of you could have like, if you're men and how men are viewing your face, you could be someone's like more gruff. You have like a lot of facial hair, could be something coming through as well. 5 o'clock shadows could be coming through as well. But I'm kind of getting like someone who's like see, now I'm going to feel mean if I say, I don't want to say it. These readings, I've outgrown these readings because, child, I want to be so brutally honest, but I feel bad saying certain things. Ugh. I'm just getting someone who's grumpy. I'm getting the guy from Dora, where he's like, I'm the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge. How he lives under the bridge, that kind of thing. Maybe some people have like a homeless look to you. I don't know. Yeah. See, this reading doesn't appeal to me anymore. I don't like it. But it came through. So yeah, Jesus Christ. What other cards do I want to pull from? Because then we have the Two of Swords. So it's kind of like they don't know what to decide. They don't know what to think. And then we have someone upstairs thumping, running, like they're making all this noise. Someone was just screaming. Someone's crying. Like, what's going on? Oh, guys, I can't do this reading anymore. I'm gonna leave it right there, child. Yeah. Because the things that I'm hearing are just too rude. I can't. Okay. For my group 3s, please, Spirit. For my group 3s, please, Spirit. How do men view their face? How do men view their face? So let's see what comes through. We have the algaes. Maybe some of you are really have like, you have really good bone structure. We have the stag coming through. The stag is someone who's very muscular. Maybe you have like a very muscular, very, I don't know how, I can't find the words to describe it. Angular kind of face. Like I'm getting like lumberjack vibes. I'm getting like Viking vibes from your face. You know how Vikings have the long beards. They have their hair everywhere. Sometimes they look like they're like unshowered because during that time they kind of were. So like, you know, greasy. Maybe some of you were mechanics. That kind of thing is coming through. Yeah. Maybe you work in construction or something and your face is always a little bit like dirt specked or something before you shower. So sometimes they're like, okay, are you cute or are you not cute? Because the way I'm seeing you right now when you're working and all sweaty and grimy is like, but maybe you clean up nice. That kind of thing. I don't freaking know. But the stag is like wilderness. Someone who's in the wilderness, you know. Also something that's quite intimidating and large and in charge. So some people can have like really like chunky faces. Some people can have like really big heads too. That's crazy. I wish they would like, excuse you, don't call my head big. I have a big head, guys. Nothing, not too much on big heads, okay? Big heads, it's like giving Jimmy Neutron is what I just heard. But he had a big brain because his head was big, so period. That was always my thing in school. Your big head is big, okay? For all this brain that I'm hiding, okay? Better to outsmart you with, my dear. Don't play with me. Anywho, and then we have the solo. Maybe some of you have like really maybe larger noses. Could be something coming through as well. Is it, what is the name of it? Is it the Roman nose, where it has like it's like kind of like hooked? You know, that could be coming through. I'm seeing that very clearly. But a hummingbird has a really long beak, so that could be coming through. Really prominent lips, a prominent nose, a prominent forehead is also what I'm getting as well. Okay, yeah, there's something here about acne marks. There's something here about imperfections. We're gonna leave it at that. Your face may have some imperfections on them, and men are thinking about that or seeing that when they look at your face. Okay, let's get into the body, yada 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 yada. Okay, it's also quite intimidating because stags are known to be quite large. Okay, that's coming through for sure. Now this is what I'm looking for, not that deck. Now we're gonna be pulling for a body. Let's see what comes through for that. Please, Spirit, how do men feel about my group 3's body? Whew. Oh, we have a lot of cards coming out. Okay, this is the first card that came out. So we have the Sun. Ooh, I like that. This is much better than anything else we were getting so far. We have the Knight of Imps, which is the Knight of Swords. Didn't that came through over here? Interesting. Then we have the Queen of Bats. The Queen of Bats is the Queen of Swords. No, the Knight of Imps is the Knight of Wands. Maybe your son has like a very active body. You take care of your body because there's no reason for it to be in reverse, child. Or maybe unless you look like your body, you don't work out enough. I don't know. But the sun is something that's beautiful. Something that we like to look at. Very magnetic, okay? It shines, it stands out. So your body definitely stands out more so than your face does in this deck reading here. And then we also had a group where the face stood out more than the body. So we'll just take a resonance for y'all, child. Of course, if you chose group 3, your body stands out more than your face, which is coming through here. The sun is literal perfection. It's like the happiest you can get in the tarot, okay? So your body makes them, yeah, happy, okay? Makes them giddy, okay? We also do have someone that's a little bit chunky on the card, so maybe you guys can have a chunkier body, but it's something that they like, okay? They're not mad at you. And then they want to be snuggled up, they want to be all up in your body. You know those people who say, I want to be in his skin, when they're talking about their boyfriend or girlfriend, talking about their boyfriend, or boyfriend talking about boyfriend, girlfriend talking about girlfriend, whatever. I want to be in their skin. That's kind of what's coming through here. This person wants to be in your skin. They want to be cuddled up on you, cuddle up with you, that kind of thing. Okay. And look at how everybody in the card is like smiling and cheesing. So your body makes men happy. Great. We love to see it. The Knight of Wands coming out in reverse, like I said, could mean someone who doesn't work out enough or someone who takes care of their body, because the Knight of Wands is like a very active card. So you're running, you're doing sports, that kind of thing. If that resonates for you, is coming through. If you are someone who doesn't really do sports, isn't quite active, that's coming through for you. Leave it at that, okay? Here we have the Queen of Swords. I'm hearing you always smell nice. You dress very clean as well. How can I describe it? Maybe like very formal, business forward kind of thing. Some of you could be like teachers and you dress like that kind of way. Teachers, you take care of kids, so you have to dress in a specific way that's not too suggestive. But some teachers, you know, sometimes the body be really coming through, whether they dress suggestive or not, you know? That's coming through. So like business casual wear is what's coming through for your body. I'm also hearing very lithe for some of you. Some of you have strong calves and thighs. It's coming through for sure. How do men view my group 3's body? Please, we have the 4 of Pumpkins. Yeah, something that's very structured, very stable. Some of you have like a more sturdy build. Of course, if you're a man, that may resonate more with you. More sturdy, more able to take a beating is what I'm hearing. Men are dirty. Ew. A body that's able to take a beating, okay, or take a pounding, whatever, whichever, however, okay. Maybe you look like someone who's very flexible. Maybe some of you do yoga, stuff like that could be coming through. So take what resonates, because of course different people are going to be choosing different piles. So some of you may have like a more sturdier, you know, stacked kind of build. There's more body, there's more weight on it, but either way it makes them happy. Others of you may be more lithe, more flexible, more dainty, that kind of thing, and they like that too. But the 4 of Pentacles always gives me something that's like a stable structure, something that you want to like sit down on. Like it's like I'm seeing Goldilocks when she was choosing which chair to sit in, and how she chose Baby Bear's chair because his chair was just right. That's kind of what I'm getting. Your body's just right for them. Whatever the man is thinking, they're happy with what they see, okay? That's funny. That is quite funny to me. Okay, we have the Hierophant. Interesting. Yeah, there's something stable about your body. And look at how we have this mummy. We can't really see anything. You know what I mean? It's giving conservative in what you wear. That's what the Queen of Swords was giving me. But even if we can't see all your body, we can see that you work out. We can see that there's something that we like, that we want to pounce on with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is also that kind of randy, playboy kind of energy, so it makes them giddy, you know? Like, I'm seeing teenage boys when they used to look at their Playboy magazines, they would hide it and get giddy to be able to watch it and do stuff to that. That's what the Knight of Wands energy is giving me. So when men see your body, they want to do naughty things to it, which is why we're getting this. The first card we saw is the Sun card, like, oh yeah, like that, and they want to be all up in your body, all on your body, doing things to the body, child. Okay, period, period, So yeah, the Hierophant is definitely, with it clarifying that, it's definitely giving, I'm hearing homegrown, right? For some of you, I'm seeing a little bit of Megan Thee Stallion, how she has like really, you know, sturdy thighs, or really big badonkadonk, right? She has a nice chest as well. And they call her the Stallion. That's what the stag energy is giving as well. Okay, even though this is for vase, sorry, but still, that's kind of that's the best way to describe it. A stallion, how horses are very strong and muscular, and they can take a ride. Please don't mind me. This person is a fool. Whatever man this is, it's killing me. Maybe they make a lot of jokes or something, but that's funny. But yeah, it's giving like a stallion, a horse, like very well built, right? Yeah. But the Hierophant is, like I said, it's like something that's responsible, serious, stable. That's the kind of energy, conventional, right? Upright is conventional, so your body can be quite conventionally attractive, right? Okay. And that really just depends where in the world you live. If you live in a place where being curvy is sexy, that's it. And if you live in a world where being slimmer is sexy, that's what it's giving, right? Take what resonates. And here we have the King of Goats, not even Knight. They said correct yourself. We have the King of Cups, right? So yeah, your body evokes emotions in them, is kind of what I'm getting as well. That's what this Hierophant is giving, commitment. I want to commit to this person. This is the body I want to sleep to for the rest of my life. It's giving Goldilocks just right. That's what I'm getting for your body when it comes to that, okay? Like I said, your face is kind of giving sad, stay away, leave me alone, more angular. You know, an angular is not always seen as attractive to most people, so that could be a thing as well. Or especially if you're someone who is like, you have an RBF or a very stay away from me kind of face, I could definitely, I can understand why your body is giving, yeah, but your face is kind of like, stay away, leave me alone. Especially if there's like imperfections on your face, right? I'm hearing on your face, you have nice lashes though, nice eyelashes. You have nice lips. But you know how, even if you're a woman, your face is giving like more strong. And when men think of women, they don't want to think of strong. If you're a man, that can be a good thing, which is why I'm saying take what resonates for you and what doesn't resonate, right? If you're a guy, being greasy and like a little dirty is sexy sometimes, you know, but for a woman, maybe not so much, right? So it just depends. Maybe you're more, maybe you are someone who is maybe a butch, that kind of thing, or you're someone who is transitioning, or you're female to male, male to female, that kind of thing, which it could be, they could look at you and be a little confused at first because they're kind of like, I'm attracted to you, but why, if you're giving more manly features, right? Or if you're a guy and they're like, oh, I'm attracted to you, but you're giving more feminine features, I don't really know what to, you know, think yet. That's kind of the vibe coming through for y'all, because we have a very masculine stag energy, then we have like a very feminine, fluttery, you know how bird bones are very feeble and quite breakable. So I guess let's separate this into men. If you're a man, you're very manly, very strong. You have a presence, very dominant. If you're a female, very dainty, that kind of thing, delicate. I'm hearing like fairy, fae. So I'm trying to understand this side over here where the face is giving. Okay. The body was coming through clear. The face is giving a little bit more. You know what I mean? It just really just depends. Which is why we have this indecisive Two of Swords in reverse, kind of like, we don't really know what it's giving. Maybe on one end, it's like, yeah, we're attracted to you, but we don't know why we are, you know? Especially if certain things have been beaten into their head about, oh, this is the only thing we're supposed to find attractive, right? It could be skin color, right? Because I'm seeing sooty, imperfecting, impure. And when I think of that, being a Black woman myself, I'm thinking about how certain men of certain ethnicities and races can see you and think, oh, impure, dirty, whatever. You know, that there's something on your skin that makes you impure. Whatever certain people think when they look at Black people and think that we're inferior or less than, right? And it could be that. Sometimes they look at you and they don't want to be attracted to you, but they are, right? That's kind of what I'm getting. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, honestly. It's like you're a beautiful, colorful hummingbird, but I don't want to be attracted to you. That makes sense. Men are very interesting, okay? We'll leave that here, and then I'm going to get some cards. I'm trying to remember what I did in the other readings. For my group 3s, please, Spirit, how do men view their body? Can we get some cards? What? We have the Skull of Stars, infinite possibilities. Yo, men are hilarious. Yeah, they're thinking about all the things they want to do to your body when they're looking at it. They're very happy when it comes to that. I'm telling you. Okay, and then we have the Graveyard, unnecessary fear. So there's something here about them not being scared of what comes with the body, right? Or some, like I said, for some of you, you guys could definitely be, I don't want to say, how can I describe it? Like I said, female to male, male to female, and it confuses them because they're kind of like, you know how some people are, you know, just dense when it comes to things like that. So they're kind of like, I don't really know if I should be attracted to you or not, kind of thing. Especially if these are straight men coming through. They're kind of like, I'm kind of attracted to you. Should I be? They're confused, right? And then we have the skeleton strength. So your body is quite strong. Your face, what the hell? Your face to body ratio, whatever the heck that means, is giving strong throughout. A strong presence, strong shoulders, that kind of thing. That could be something, I'm hearing big bone. That could be something that's coming through as well. Dense, strong, right? Capable is what I just heard. Okay. That is definitely 4 of Pentacles coded. Capable. A capable man or woman, period. Okay. I'm a fan of myself now. Stop it. But yeah, when it comes to your body, you have these men in heat, child. Whether they like women or men, doesn't matter. You have them in heat. Okay? Ready to bow down, get on their knees, and praise your child. That's what's coming through here. Do some river dance. Okay. And then when I come back over to your face, the baby upstairs is crying. You see, I don't like this. But anyway, we already said what we said. There's no reason to drag it out, right? Let's get the dice here and see what stands out the most when it comes to your body. What stands out the most? Let's start off with the zodiac signs. We have Gemini. I'm pretty sure Gemini are the hands. Don't quote me. So your hands are very attractive. Okay, they can be very soft, or opposite, if men like more manly hands, they can be very strong, right? Capable. I'm done. Here we have Scorpio. So yeah, there's something like being very physically, sexually attracted to y'all is what just keeps coming through, right? And that has more to do with the body, because that's what invokes sexual attraction, the body. So Scorpio has to do with the nether regions, the genitalia, stuff like that, and that's coming through. Okay, what is next? We'll do the planets. Scorpio is like also representing the 8th house, which is secrets, and that's kind of, you know, your secret no place. Child, this is ghetto. I don't like this reading. What's coming through? We have the moon, which is Cancer, which has to do with the chest, the boobs. So some of you can have like a very barrel chest, very strong chest, very prominent chest for my women, right? And then here we have, is this Neptune? I'm pretty sure it's Neptune. And Neptune is Pisces energy. right? So this has something to do with fantasies. So you start in a lot of their fantasies. After they see you, you're in a lot of their fantasies. I just have to tell you that, because 12th house is that energy of something not being real, of not being able to touch something, but you're thinking about it, right? It's all around you, but you can't feel it. And that's also the moon energy coming through. But this is physicality, okay? Let me just put that out there. But Neptune is Pisces, and Pisces is the feet. So your legs, the thighs, the calves, and the feet, actual feet, are coming through, okay? Now let us do these last two. Don't fall. We have 7th house, which is Libra. And Libra, I'm pretty sure what I've heard is the back, right? Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Libra is the back. So your shoulders, your back, your thighs, all the things that require muscle and sinew is what's coming through as most prominent on your body, okay? So we can have a lot of men watching this reading, or a lot of women who work out and you work your muscles, right? Or some of you just have like prominent musculature, whatever you want to call it, right? 7th house is Libra. That's the back, I've heard, right? The lower back as well. I'm hearing tramp stamp. So some people can have like a tattoo or like but not butt dimples, but lower back dimples. Oh, that's sexy. Stop. I always wanted a pair, but I don't have. My sister does. I used to make fun of her for them when I was younger. But they were just like so interesting. I've never seen those before. But yeah, back dimples, or lower back dimples, I should say. And then we have 5th house, which is Leo. So your hair is coming through. Your hair is quite prominent. And you have like a presence to you, which is why it keeps coming through as the Tower, something that's intimidating, catches you off guard, you're not expecting. And that is what the Tower card is giving here when it comes to your face. Not expecting in a good way or a bad way, but it's being clarified by the Knight of Swords, which is something about wanting to go after something, chase after something, okay? But like I said, the Knight of Swords is also someone's like very sharp, very intelligent. So your eyes could be quite prominent when they look at you. It's kind of like your stare could be intimidating as well, right? And then we also have this scary looking monster, the 2 of Swords here. Like, excuse me. Like, that's scary. So your face is giving scary, maybe disconcerting. It isn't the best feature on you. It's the body that's really giving. That's what we're going to leave it at, okay? So, yeah. And we have this horn kind of imagery that keeps coming through. So in this card here, we have the horns. I think this looks supposed to be like a monster or something. And then in the stag, we have like a horn coming through. So maybe you have like a unconventional head shape, something like that. Or that's just the hair coming through. What comes out of your head. Maybe your ears can be quite prominent as well. But some of you are definitely giving more serious, more grumpy, withdrawn, stoic face. Like I'm getting that grumpy old troll from Dora. How he was mean. He was cute to me, honestly. It just really depends what people like, really. But it is definitely giving that. Okay, I'm gonna leave your reading here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always do so using my email. And it's very interesting how we have these 2 skulls coming through again. Your bone structure is definitely coming through when it comes to the body, I guess. Yeah, which already came through. Okay, I'm done. I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye.